Welcome back to Phenomenal Fantasy Wrestling. How we doing, guys? Out here, outside, just chilling on the back porch right now. Grilling some steaks. Oh, sorry about my finger. I am doing this video. Basically, it's going to be episode 2 of Dishing with D. I want to talk about the Forbidden Door. Supposedly Tony Khan's Forbidden Door. Now, everybody knows he calls himself the Forbidden Door, and he takes claim to everybody kind of coming and going in the world of wrestling. Right now, it's kind of hot out here. Should have brought my little tripod thing with me, but I didn't. Alright, so sit down here. Alright, so the Forbidden Door. Like so many others, I'm enjoying it. I love it. It's kind of reminiscent of the NWO and who will come and who will go. Who's going to show up next. I think that is what everybody says. Jay White was the shocker for Impact. The Good Brothers are constantly jumping back and forth between all three brands. But my issue here is Tony Khan. The Forbidden Door, man. Sure, you did it. You AEW, Impact working together. But are you really the Forbidden Door, buddy? I read a thing today where Ring of Honor was asking fans, should we enter the Forbidden Door? Guys, Ring of Honor and New Japan created the Forbidden Door. We were watching Ring of Honor and New Japan. Thanks to Ring of Honor, you know who half the people in New Japan are. Who sold out Madison Square Garden? Ring of Honor, New Japan. Supercard. Of course Ring of Honor should get in on this. Because it's theirs. Just because the guys that you did it with and made it abundantly popular, the Young Bucks, Cody, Hangman Page, the OGK, OGK's still with Ring of Honor, but these guys were going back and forth long before AEW was even a thing. You had the Young Bucks, the IWGP Junior Tag Champions. You had the OGK as the IWGP Tag Team Champions. You had Hangman Page competing all the time. The list goes on. New Japan and Ring of Honor started the Forbidden Door. And now Ring of Honor's having to ask, should we get in on this? No. AEW should be asking you, hey, you guys did a great idea here. You want to join us? Young Bucks, Ring of Honor gave you everything. I've read your book. Why were they not the first call? I know they were a little bitter, just like New Japan at first was a little bitter with you guys starting AEW and competing and leaving them. I understand that, but come on. When you guys were doing, you guys in Impact, New Japan got in on this. AAA from the beginning, I mean, you don't see but Laredo Kid coming over to AEW, but you see them sending people to AAA, so they're getting us to watch AAA and know who they are. Same thing with New Japan. I don't watch New Japan, but when Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega happened in New Japan, when the Young Bucks were competing, when the Kingdom was competing, I was watching New Japan. Obviously, this is good for business. And I would assume that if Vince McMahon wasn't running WWE and Triple H had the opportunity for new NXT to get on this, of course he'd begin on this. The only reason he's not doing it and NXT's not opening the door with him is because Vince McMahon oversees the whole thing. They've got a bigger fish to answer to. Alright, gotta come back over here, check on the steaks. Whew, a lot of steam. But yeah, the Forbidden Door is there. I'm loving it. I love the who will show up where next. But at the end of the day, it's not Tony Khan's Forbidden Door. I know, I guess on Impact he was doing the promos the spotlights or whatever he was doing to promote Dynamite on, Impact Television. So he was doing kind of a heel gimmick where he was saying he was the Forbidden Door, and, he did all this. But the only reason you did all this was because you have the Young Bucks, you have Kenny Omega, you have the guys who started doing it, made it something behind you, and that's the reason it works. Because we want to see those guys again. We want to see the dream matches. Like I was saying on the last video, Brian, Christian Cage win the Impact title. Who doesn't love that? From him coming from, Impact or TNA years and years ago to him being the new champion, the guy to dethrone Kenny Omega. And I'm sorry, I called that months ago. I don't remember when in group chat we were talking about it, but I called that months ago. Who wouldn't love to see Christian Cage be the one to come to the savior of Ring of Honor, or I'm sorry, Impact, and take that title back? That's exactly what I wanted to see. And now with Brian Myers getting the shot, I'm hoping that he, gives that shot to somebody that Kenny Omega wouldn't have. I'm not a big Kenny Omega fan. I'm just not. It's not even the gimmick he's doing right now. It's just, I'm not doubting the guy's, how good he is or any of that. I'm not a fan of personality of Kenny Omega, whether it be with Elite when he was teaming with Paige. Watch him be in the Elite. I'm just not a big Kenny Omega fan. But what I'm getting to is, Ring of Honor asked that question to the fans, should we join? Yes, you should. You should have been there the whole time. I know you held some hard feelings when AEW started, but it's time to get over it. It's time to open the door. It's time to make, I was going to say make an impact, but Impact's already doing that. It's time for them to do it, though. It's time for everybody to show WWE and what wrestling can be all about when everybody's working together. At the same time, what I don't want to see is them waste the incredible amount of talent they have in AEW with bringing in guys from everywhere else and forgetting about the talent you have, the talent that made you guys big. I don't want people to get lost in the shuffle like WWE did for so many years, and that's why they created the brand split, was to showcase the guys that were getting lost in the shuffle. So I love the fact that y'all are doing it, but please do it without losing, the younger guys or the guys who we really do like seeing and don't want to see pushed aside to better the stars. We love the stars, but everybody roots for an underdog too, and everybody needs to be built up so they can become stars, and that's what I want to see. Not just the same guys on every show like it used to be back in the day with WWE, where Triple H was main eventing Raw, SmackDown, and any other show he could. That was what's great about the brand split. I'm hoping that, even with the Forbidden Door, that people are able to still build themselves up and not be lost in the shuffle. All right, guys, this is the second edition with D. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like and subscribe to the channel. Join us on Facebook for Phenomenal Fantasy Wrestling. We're already through week 4, but I'm sure I can fit you in somewhere. Season 5 is next year, but we'll do what we can. Or season 4, I'm sorry. But we'll do what we can. Join us in group chat. Who doesn't love chatting with other wrestling fans? So, even if you can't participate in the thing, you can participate in the group chat. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.